Hello, welcome to your Pick Your Crystal weekly reading here at Soulprint. Thank you very much for being here. Just before we start, if by any chance you are looking for a private reading, if you go into the drop box below, it will give you an email address, soulprint888@gmail.com. Just send me a quick email asking for information regarding a reading, and I will get that out to you. All right, this is the week of the amethyst. So we have this beautiful, it's tumbled, but it's a beautiful flat amethyst. It's lovely markings on it. So this is flat. This one, double pointed. We're going to call it point. And this one is especially adorable. I really like this one. It's amethyst with white. Okay. And that's what it's going to be in the number, in the time thing below. It's going to just say with white. Okay, so take a moment, take a look at these, see which, one or ones that resonate with you, and let's get started, shall we? Here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. King of Swords, High Priestess, King of Pentacles, sorry, the Knight of Swords, High Priestess, King of Pentacles, and Four of Cups. Kind of an interesting collection of readings, of cards. All right, so the Knight of Swords brings, fast-moving energy. It brings sometimes even a feeling of things being chaotic. But it's also about, power and conflicts. It can be about ambitions. It can be about your thoughts. But the Knight of Swords very often brings sort of kind of like a higher truth or clarity, despite the chaotic. High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about secrets that are coming out, but it is also about, turning inward, trusting your own power, trusting your own instincts, recognizing, your intuition. The Knight of Pentacles brings, financial concerns, security. It very often denotes somebody who is very successful, who works with finance or figures. And then you have the Four of Cups. And, the Four of Cups is kind of one of those cards that just talks a little bit about, being bored, being a little, kind of ho-ho or so-so about life. But the universe is trying to deliver something to you, but you're not seeing it. You're not being aware. So let's put this together. It feels very, very much like you have recently had to face or come to terms with some information, some understanding, some clarity that perhaps you weren't aware of or you weren't mindful of. And you're now in a place where you really are sort of trying to process it. And you're trying to figure out what you're going to, keep private and what you're going to, share. This is about trusting your own instincts. This is about trusting your gut level responses, listening to your heart, listening to that voice. Because there are things there that you want to hold in reserve, but there are things that kind of need to come to the fore. The Knight of Pentacles is bringing you security, or it's talking about the fact that perhaps what you're dealing with has to do with trying to achieve financial security or trying to deal with some sort of a situation where assets are involved. So money, stocks and bonds, property, It can also represent documentation. Maybe you are, there's some legal documents you're working with. Maybe you're working even like medical reports or that kind of thing. And your Four of Cups here is like, it's just sort of a gentle reminder that you are never alone. Your, and energetic, angelic guardian support system is always around you. And they're forever sending you, love and support. In this case, they're actually trying to bring something forward to you, something that will help you move away from this kind of space where just nothing's really making you happy, but nothing's actually really wrong. There's just this feeling of discontent. They're trying to bring you something that is going to help you move past that. So, if I had to sum up these cards, it sort of is like, okay, listen, things have gotten a little crazy. It's time to, recognize some truth, face something. This isn't a big, huge thing, but this is something that you have been kind of not being really anxious to look at. You're strong enough to do that. It's going to take you to this high priestess. So think about carefully what you want to share and not share. Understand that this pertains in one way or another to some sort of a physical, tangible, material situation or commodity. And remember that you're not alone. You're not in this all by yourself. And there is help coming to you. So keep your eyes open and watch out for it, because it is on the way. And it is about you being ready to sort of get moving in a new direction. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the points. Starting with the Fool, the Ace of Swords, the Hermit, and the Six of Swords. Okay. So, the Fool is that kind of energy, right? It is about a leap of faith. It's about taking a chance. But it's not about jumping off a cliff when you don't quite know where you're going to land or what you're going to land on. So the Fool is sort of that energy of maybe it's time to start taking some chances, but maybe controlled chances. Maybe it's time to move away from this sort of hermit energy where you have been sort of, I almost want to say, a little bit withdrawn, or doing a lot of processing on your own. Perhaps you are working through what you have recovered from with the Ace of Swords, because very often the Ace of Swords is going to represent sort of triumph over adversity. It can represent, legal information coming forward. It can represent focusing and finding clarity about your ambitions, or allowing your thoughts to kind of come together in a way so that you can see them clearly. So there feels very much like there has been this sort of period of sort of quiet withdrawal, processing, integrating energies. The Six of Swords is letting you know that you are moving away now from these troubled waters. You are moving into a brighter and happier energy. And so while it is time to take a chance, remember the lessons of the Ace of Sword. Think it through carefully, but do not go back into that really reclusive sort of mold and space and place that you've been in. And know that as you're moving forward, things are going to get better. You are moving into a much calmer, happier, and more peaceful energy. So, listen, you're strong enough to do this, and you're courageous enough to take a leap of faith. You got this. And it's lovely amethyst with white. Starting with the Magician. 3 of Cups. Strength. And the 10 of Wands. Okay, so we're going to start here, because whatever is on your plate, whatever you have been dealing with, whatever it is that is your challenge right now, you are almost at the end. There's sort of the light at the end of the tunnel. This is that place where you don't want to give up, even if you're feeling overburdened, even if you feel like it's going to take more out of you than you think you've got to give. Recognize that you are coming to a place of completion. You have not only your own strength and your understanding of what you can do and handle, you have a support system, whether that is a friendship support system, a family support system, or even a professional support system. But there is the the energy around you that is wanting this to move forward and is supportive of it. You have all the tools you need. Just believe that you have it and look out for a little magic along the way. So what this is saying is it's like recognize what you have and know that whatever this challenge is surmountable. In fact, you have carried it to the point where you are almost at the end of the road. You're almost ready to be able to let that burden go. And you're being reminded you have the strength, you have the skill set, you have the tools, and you have the support system. And those come together and take you to a place where that journey is coming to an end. It has been a hard one. You've had to push, you've had to be really determined. But through it, not only have you gained a greater understanding of yourself and your own abilities, but you also have recognized the energy and the power of that support system and your own strength, and perhaps needing to use skills or tools that you hadn't thought about or you hadn't used in a while, and recognizing that very often as we move through our life, there's always a little bit of magic that shows up when we need it most. Hang in there. You're almost at the end. All right. Thank you ever so much for being here on my Amethyst Week. I wish you an amazing week going forward, and I look forward to seeing you here next week. Thanks so much.